So to your question, the first thing that I did was I asked him, I said, will you work with me? And he said, yes. And I said to him, and I thanked him for it. And I said to him, I said, thank you. The second thing I did, I said, thank you for calling me out of my shit. I don't know if I can
Mhm.
say that, but you called me out of my shit. It's the first time anyone has ever held me accountable in my life because I was
Yeah.
so angry. No one wanted to confront me because
Yeah.
you can't out anger my anger, or you couldn't.
You're as a person who's hurting inside, and this is the thing I want people to understand. When you come from the type of environment you came from, there's a lot of hurt in there. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of all kinds of stuff in you. And what's happening is that's fueling this sort of anger and this massive intensity. And that anger and that massive intensity is your way of protecting yourself from somebody getting in, right? I want people to understand this because this is one of those things that people don't get. And this guy had no compunction about hitting you smack in the face with what was really going on in your life. Somebody finally gets me. Somebody finally understands what it is that I'm going through. Yeah.
And so in this situation, you're 100%. I was the wounded kid. I was hurting, and 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 I never let go of it. And basically, he stepped into that mentorship, leadership, father role in some respects. And
Yeah.
he called me out of my like any other dad would have called a 12 or a 14 or a 16-year-old son or daughter out, for acting in a manner that's, just not okay. So I thanked him for doing that. And then the third thing was he said to me, he goes, the only way this works is if you let go of this need to be the guy and start embracing humility. See, because you're not going to find your true essence in your arrogance or your ego. You're going to find it in your humility.
Wow.
And that's what I did.